Hey guys, this is Leah Michelle and Kansas Matt, Resistance Chicks. I'm going to be behind the screen because there's not room. I will plug you in. Just click closed. Alright, it is March 8th, the Women's National, International, something, something. But we decided to bring you a man on the Women's Day because you know what? I'm protesting. I'm behind the camera because I'm stopping. I'm quit.
So does this face look familiar to you? Does he look like a former frontrunner for vice president? Because this is Tim Kaine's son. He's a really handsome man, and I really like what he's got going on with his hair.
Wow.
It's a really good look. He kind of looks like a hardened criminal at this point. Well, it seems that on the March for Trump, which was Saturday, that he was in Minnesota. We're gonna plug our little computer in here, and he was arrested protesting the March for Trump. It actually took 3 cops and some pepper spray, seriously, to take him down. Yeah.
Where did he go from there?
So he is the youngest son of U.S. Senator Tim McCain, former presidential
Tim Kaine, not
Tim
McCain.
Kaine, sorry, former presidential candidate, Hillary Clinton's running mate, and he was identified as one of the counter-protesters who allegedly used fireworks to disrupt a rally in the Minnesota State Capitol building, because that's something that you would normally do. His name is Linwood Kaine.
That's a first name?
Linwood, yes, Linwood. Linwood blow up the Capitol building. They were arrested on suspicion. I'm pretty sure that the suspicion is will be proven true. Second-degree riot after the March for Trump rally in St. Paul. A 6th person was cited for disorderly conduct. He attended Carleton College and goes by Woody. Would he blow up the state capitol? He might. Linwood. Would he blow up the state capitol? Linwood. I just made up my own joke. Okay. No charges were filed against him or the 4 others arrested by the St. Paul police. Interesting. St. Paul City Attorney Samuel Clark is reviewing the case for possible misdemeanor charges. What I love here is Tim Kaine's response. Would you like to read it? Right here, this paragraph?
We love that our 3 children have their own views and concerns about current political views, he said. They fully understand their responsibility to express those concerns peacefully.
I'm not sure they fully understand that. What else don't they fully understand? We need to ask Kaine. So here's a picture, I don't know if you can see it behind my head, of the Capitol. I guess the Minnesota State Capitol. So Saturday afternoon, several hundred Trump supporters showed up at the Capitol for a permitted rally billed as March for Trump, one of several held across the country. The Minnesota State Patrol estimated the crowds at 400 Trump supporters and 50 counter demonstrators. Speeches have been going on for about a half an hour inside the newly renovated Capitol Rotunda when a group of people tried to disrupt the event. At one point, someone set off a smoke bomb, apparently striking a woman in the head.
That's a problem.
The 61-year-old, this is not funny, but I think she's okay. The 61-year-old Plymouth woman said she was hit in the head at 12:30 p.m., about 10 minutes after she arrived at the Trump rally.
What was her name? We know people in Plymouth.
No, I think it's Plymouth, Minnesota.
Okay, fine.
The woman said she saw something coming toward her. She tried to avoid the object, but it struck her in the forehead. According to Steve Linders, the St. Paul police spokesman, she was not injured, so we can laugh. It was not clear who threw the smoke bomb. So security guards intervened, skirmishes broke out, and someone sprayed chemical irritant. Could they just stay pepper spray into the crowd? So I guess this is where I wanted to, this is very interesting. So, an officer ordered a man, later identified as Linwood Kaine, to the ground. He refused, Linder said. The officer was able to get a hold of Mr. Kaine, but he got up. He squared off with the officer, and the officer tried to get him to the ground again. Linder said Wednesday, another officer arrived and sprayed chemical irritant. Could they say pepper spray one more time toward Kaine? He then was taken to the ground, but continued to persist, just like Elizabeth Warren. At which point another officer deployed a knee strike to him to cooperate with the officers and put his hands behind his back. After the strike, Mr. Kaine cooperated and was taken into custody without further incident. So, I guess they didn't know it was obviously this handsome young man with this great haircut. Hey, great haircut!
He must have thought that, I have a pretty awesome haircut, and, by my awesome, kung fu abilities or something,
we do not make
take
fun
on
of
the whole
people
country
on this
myself.
site. Michelle is upset that I said this handsome young man. Now, the reason I did was because he looks like he just woke up from about a 40-year nap. Okay? And he decided to not brush his hair. Maybe it kind of looks like he might have taken one of those combs. You know what they do? They do that little thing now where they use the combs and then get your hair and they go do. They get your bangs fall down. Because his hair is kind of right there. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of a style.
Well, if you consider
it's called the I'm
going
to get arrested today style.
Maybe he's strong. Maybe he's like Samson. Maybe he's never cut his hair. And
Oh my gosh,
razor's
that's
never
it.
hit his head.
That is it. That's got to be it. That's why it took 3 police officers, thank you, Sydney, to take him down.
And he did not tell him where his strength was.
That's right. That's right. That's why he can't cut his hair. I'm sure his dad was proud. His commie dad, his Jesuit dad. Sydney's proud. Sydney, you proud? Sydney's proud of his commie resisting. So yes, there we go.
But wasn't Kaine the one that was calling for these violent acts? So of course his son has to go out there and do it.
Yes, exactly. They all want to do. Obama wants to do violence. Everybody wants to do violence. So right now they're starting with smoke bombs and fireworks.
Yeah, and to me, it's good to have righteous anger if called upon and to fight if necessary.
Defend yourself.
But
like Bay Stickman.
But at the same time, it reminds me of David when he was being pursued by Saul and he was threatening to kill him and everything, and the word says that David was honorable in all of his ways, and he's like, touch not the anointed, do that prophet no harm. And, there's some wisdom to saying, to a certain extent, we don't want to get filled with emotions and let passions just take just total control over us. There's something to prayer and really seeking God's face, and, you can boldly preach and proclaim the truth that as it's been revealed to you, but at the same time
defend yourself
when
the antifadas come after you.
But God is the ultimate defense.
But God is the ultimate
there's some
defense.
things that only God can take care of,
including Linwood's hair. Okay, you guys, this is Lee, Michelle, and Kansas Matt.
God says I know the number of every hair on his head.
Right. Exactly.
I created every single one of them.
Signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it's not a conspiracy theory if it's the truth. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring the bell for notifications so you get an email every time we put out new videos. And find us on Facebook where we can interact with you guys there on a daily basis. Happy Women's Day. We value the men, we value the women, we value the men and the women because there's really no other kind of people. And little people, little men and little women, aka children. All right, you guys, see ya. Bye.
I was cold all alone. No place for